Welcome back to Pinoid News. So, by now, probably all of you heard about the Liver King, getting caught on the steroids level, right? And I'll be honest with you, if you didn't know that the Liver King was on steroids, you might be borderline retarded. Just keeping this 100% honest with you, all right? But here's the thing. I understand, okay, about the natty or not thing, right? I understand that you're setting an unrealistic expectation on men, right? And especially younger men who want to get yoked the way the Liver King is and think that they can do it naturally, right? And they end up running the steroids long term, right? I understand all these things and creating unrealistic body expectations and all the things that come with it. But on the same point, I gotta sit here and go, a lot of the things that he was promoting were not terrible, right? And this is my fucking problem. And once you start like digging into him a little bit about who he is, right? And understanding who he is as a human being. He's a 5'7" dude, right? I'll be real. Okay, like, one of the first things I noticed about this dude was the size of his fucking hands. They're fucking tiny, right? He's a little guy. His voice is obviously dragged, right? He has that drag in his voice, right? When he talks, it's purposely deeper than what it actually is, right? Because, he has, he's in life, just like the dating market and in society, we treat men and expect certain things out of men for us to all be, 6-foot warriors, with deep voices and big dicks and big bank accounts, to have all these abilities, right? And the most that most of us can do, is to like work on the bank account and the abilities thing, right? Because everything else is just genetics in the end of the day. And I think that the idea of Sisyphus, right? There's actually a YouTuber who invited me on this week. I apologize I couldn't come on, my brother, right? The idea of Sisyphus as a character, which was a Greek myth about a man who in the afterlife was forced to push a boulder up a hill. And every time he got close to the top, it either went over the top and didn't stay on the peak or like would just roll back down. And he spent his whole like existence trying to push this rock to the top it's the idea of like, you're always trying, to get better. Right. And that's a beautiful ideology. And that's what all men do and all men are. It's a constant state of trying, right? And failing and trying and failing. And I wanted to play this video. I think we're still going to do it. But I kind of wanted to put a preface on it before we watched it. Because in the same way that like I'm understanding to like Kanye West and everybody, like I try to bring the real about things and try to like be a grown up instead of this idea of just shitting on people. And I'm not trying to go like, man, I'm better than y'all. That's not it. That's just not it. Like, I want us as men, to be able to go like, hi, bro, you fucked up. Like, we good, whatever it is, right? And this is a mentality that we all have to have, is that everybody's going to fuck up. And I guess it's something as being a father and watching my sons fuck up, watching my daughters fuck up, watching people around me fuck up. And having that understanding of like, I know you're going to fuck up. It's not something I'm going to hold against you the rest of your life. Like, because like everybody fucks up. And everybody, like, I understand how this dude got caught in the trap of where he is today, right? Like, the moment he sat here and he made the decision to go like, if I say I'm on steroids, it destroys the entire image of primal, right? But like, if I say I'm not on steroids, then I'm lying to everybody and I look like a piece of shit. And I'm going to have all these fucking assholes out here, including guys like Joe Rogan, because this dude blew up quick, right? call me a piece of shit. And the whole world's going to know me as a lying piece of shit. It's a tough place to be. And he made a choice because it was one or the other. It was half of one, six of one, half a dozen the other. Either way he went, there was nothing he could do. And I get it. Like, I fucking do. I get it. You know what I mean? But let's listen to this thing real quick. You know what I mean?
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And
I'll be honest with you, right? Like, yo, this dude kind of looks like one of those characters from Dilbert. Right? The mud people and shit, right? Who are making like tomato-based weaponry. Right? Tomato-based weaponry. I don't know if anybody remembers that cartoon show. Yo, holler at me in the comments if you know what I mean, if you fucking see what I'm saying.
Misled a lot of people. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as fuck to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight.
You're here now to set the record straight. I feel you. It'd have been a lot better off, right, if you would have just, you know what I mean, at some point, but like, yeah, I'm on steroids, man. Like, yo, it is what it is. Right? God, you're in a bad spot. Like, I'll be real. Like, you do this apology video, then he like disappeared for like a couple months, and then he popped back up on some, you know what I mean, on some whatever, off cycle. He looked like way smaller, right? The problem is like, yo, you lied to motherfuckers' faces, right? And it's gonna be hard for you to go like back into any of these communities as a whole, right? Like, it really is. It's tragic. Let's keep going.
Yes, I've done steroids. And yes, I am on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinician.
I'll be real, man. Like, yo, it doesn't matter whether or not you're monitored. Like, yo, you're on roids. You know what I mean? Like, kind of is what it is at the moment.
Lyricking the public figure was an experiment to spread the message, to bring awareness to the 4,000 people a day who kill themselves, the 80,000 people a day that try to kill themselves. Our people are hurting at record rates with depression.
I'll be honest with you, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I completely understand where you're at with that. You know what I mean? And like, I 100% think you believe that, right? I 100% think you believe that, right? And I'm not going to shit on you for having that take, right? Because it is important to talk about like where men are in our society. You know, it's something that we do all the time here on Pinoy News. Like, legit, this is kind of like what we do as a thing, right? Is try to give a better understanding of men. You know what I mean? And like allow men, like we always help each other. You know, and that's what we do constantly. We help each other and take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? And like, yo, we're there for each other for shit. Like, I have like 7 guys who like, yo, I've gotten through CDL school. I have guys who I've gotten out of, you know what I mean, fucking their mom's houses and got guys jobs and got people moving in their lives. You know what I mean? I help motherfucking dudes be better fathers, better husbands. Like, yo, this is what we do. I have these guys in here helping me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, when I have things that I got to fucking deal with, right? Like, this is what we do, right? And that's what men need, is that type of shit, right? Like, men need places where you can be dudes and have these conversations about shit. Right? And like, there's a lot of things that aren't being addressed in our modern society. And yeah, like the primal shit is a whole lot of part of it. You know, I mean, it's the, you know, we're supposed to be hunting animals. We're supposed, like, human beings, like the best thing that like we can do is like what we're made to do is outrun animals. Like, we run animals until like their fucking hearts explode, right? And then they fucking die. And that's how we're supposed to hunt, because of our ability to like exchange heat while we stand up, right? And dissipate heat because we don't have to pant to get rid of heat, right? We can do it much more efficiently than every other animal on the planet, right? And that's like almost none of us can do any of this shit no more, right? And like these are the things that like we don't have these conversations about. You know what I mean? Like we're not addressing each other as humans, as animals, as people. Like we're not addressing what we need. And that's why, like, I think that the minds of the Liver King, you know what I mean? Like, it was going to set all that back and push us more towards bugmanism. And it's not something that should happen. Let's keep going, though.
Autoimmune, anxiety, infertility, low ambition in life. Our young men are hurting the most, feeling lost, weak, and submissive. So I made it my job to model, teach, and preach a simple, elegant solution called ancestral living, the 9 ancestral tenets, so our people no longer have to suffer, so we can collectively express our highest and most dominant form. This is my fight. This is why I exist. While spreading the message, I've been on several podcasts, and when asked if I've ever taken steroids, I've always said no. I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff. That was a lie.
Yeah, no shit. like real talk, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, like I get why you did it. Like I get it. But fuck. You should have never started. Like you're 47 years old. And this is the problem with like the idea of primal ideology. Like, yo, like, man, listen, you're gonna be injured. You're gonna be fucked up. Right? Like, yo, you're gonna be damaged. Your body's gonna break down. This is how it operates. The world's more beautiful because of the fact that we're mortal. Right? Like, go listen to Night Moves from Bob Seger. Right? Legitimately, it's an expression of the ideology of like you. There's nothing more beautiful than them summer days when you was young, them summer evenings. Walking to a carnival with a beautiful woman. That's the beauty of life. Like, yo, real shit. It's keeping it a buck. Goddamn, man, listen. That is, yo, fuck. We have to accept our mortality. And that's, again, something else we just don't do.
I've convinced myself that this had nothing to do with the ancestral message. I convinced myself that I'm not a competitive athlete of any kind. So who the fuck am I cheating? I convinced myself that this topic was a placeholder for a far more important conversation. I convinced myself that this would overshadow the 36 years of working out, usually twice a day, without PEDs. I've convinced myself that this was the vocal minority, usually in the fitness category, driving to an unproductive conversation.
Yo, man, listen, all right? Like, you're going to get called on your bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just how it works, right? You know, and that's why you kind of got to have your ducks in a row. Like, Pac said, you know, don't go to war unless you got your money right. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Like, yo, you didn't plan first for this shit. That's kind of the problem, right? Like, long term, as men, we have to have, like, from one man to another, right? Keeping this 100. Like, yo, don't lie about shit that you're going to get called on some nonsense, right? You can lie about a little dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my dick's 50 inches. Like, what? I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to fucking pull your pants down and show me. Like, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? That's not some shit that you're going to get called on, you know what I mean, by other dudes, right? In the end of the day. But, like, yo, it's, you know, don't lie about, like, you know, fucking how you living, who you are, what you're about, all these type of things. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get fucking called on it. You know what I mean? Especially when, like, your image is based off of you being, like, a yoked monster. Like, yo, and everybody goes, like, yeah, no shit, he's on PEDs, right? Like, and the thing is, like, again, this isn't even the most egregious motherfucker about it, right? Like, every fucking Marvel movie, every goddamn fucking person on television, every fucking superhero, all of them are on PEDs. Everyone. Every single fucking one of them. Legit. Like, look at The Rock. The Rock's 50-something. Look at him. The guy's a fucking gigantic animal. But yo, look, I gotta go get, like, some mouse traps for the house. I got some mice running around. So, like, I wanted to drop this, because I thought it's kind of important. Y'all know the deal. Like, share, and subscribe. It's fucking Tom Pease of Pinoy News. Peace, man. I'm out.